Hi, brothers and sisters, all friends. Now we come to the second week that we have this 40 days walk with our Lord. Now this week, we are going to learn together is how to deepening our relationship with our Lord. Well, what we have to do to get a deepening relationship, the one thing is very essential. This is the exercise we're going to do this week, and that is the exercise with silence and solitude. Remember Psalm 46:10 had one sentence, one verse is so dearest to every one of us. What this said is, be still and know that I am God. So the stillness is so important for us to encounter God and deepening our relationship. What is silence and solitude? Silence solitude is kind of a mean that we deliberately making some space in our busy schedule. We're all busy. So that we can listen and hear the voice of God. Without silence and solitude, we will never be able to fully enter into the intimacy of God. I can tell you, or I can give you a metaphor of a pond. Say, assuming I holding a stone, I throw it into a pond. If the water of the pond surface is so still, calm, so calm, then the little stone I throw into the pond, they will create the ripples, and the ripples can go all the way to the shore. But if this water surface, this pond, a little bit rough, tossed, all right, a little of the wave. So when I throw a stone into this surface, yes, there's some splash, but the splash probably will stop very quick by a few waves, and you don't see all this type of ripples effect to the shore at all. But even worse, when the sea, okay, or the pond surface is so rough, we are in a storm, you will very hardly float a stone into it. You probably don't even see the splash. It's go undetected. Why? Because, okay, this is the wave, the crazy movement of the water surface will not see and cannot detect the stone, the little splash of the stone. Same thing inside us here. If we are not quiet ourselves and still, the soft and small voice of God we can hear. So solitude and silence is a prerequisite, almost I would say, that we can hear God, the recept about God's voice. And a matter of fact, this type of activity is a regular aspect of Jesus' life. I just quote one thing. You can see all into the Gospels. And what they say in Matthew 14:23, they said, that what they say is after Jesus ministered to the cloud, he sent the cloud and his disciple away, and they went up to the mountain by himself to pray. Jesus was completely alone. So it's almost a long time alone. And this is the time that Jesus get all this type of, okay, capacity, ability, and can listen to what his father telling him that God, a father's will. So we need the times alone with God to allow him to renew us so that we can continue and energize by all these Holy Spirit's type of leaderships to our daily life. Solitude is not easy, and silence definitely is not easy because most of people feel positivity is the basic or the basis of our self-worth. When you're doing nothing, sit down over there, you look like a loser. All right. So, but remember, the only time we can enter into to meet God and deeper our relationship is only we have a very still type of inside. This is the silence that we need. And if you are only one single minded and attentive to the Lord, then we can disclose a lot of our inside, our true nature will be coming out. And from there, we'll be set free. We will set free to be really children of God. And you know what? This is the place for purification. And this also is a place for, we call that transformation. This is the place, okay, that we will have struggles. And also we have a place where we have a great encounter with God. So this is the place for Christ to remodel us in his own image. At the beginning, you probably doesn't get used to be so quietly sit down into a place, but start 5-10 minutes and then gradually more time that you want to be alone with God. And with there, we could really hear what God is really telling us on a daily basis.